Oh my goodness, Venalis is late. Again.
Oof.
I didn't say anything, but I don't want to spoil it if people haven't watched the last episode.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, I'm sure he'll show up any second now. He's already a minute late. I'm sure he'll show up any minute now, though. There's no way Venalis would be 2 minutes late, right? There's
No,
just
not
no
ever.
way. I couldn't even imagine Venalis being 2 whole minutes late. I'm sure he'll show up before it's 10:02.
No way he'd miss it by that much.
No way he'd miss it by that much.
He'd miss it by that much.
And
Oh, it's a race. It's a race. He's not even, his little symbol isn't even green. He's not even at the keyboard.
yeah, 15 seconds.
Oh boy, there's no way he makes it. There's no way he makes it. There's always
do
the
the
small
gamba.
chance that
5,
that
4,
like he's
3,
oh
2, 1, and 2 minutes late.
oh my god, I
right.
cannot believe it.
Permanent record time. Put that
Permanent,
black mark in there.
the permanent record. Mark it down.
And put that black mark in there.
I do
blackest
wonder
of
if he's
marks.
not like on the toilet with his headset on, screaming at us or something.
Or waiting for his wings downstairs.
Or
Sure.
waiting for his wings. Yeah. Man, 2 minutes late.
Start
Embarrassing.
a gamba. What is delaying?
Start a
What's-
gamba. What's delaying him? I love that.
Toilet or wings?
Toilet or food? I love it. I love it. Well, I mean,
You
okay.
guys are
So
gonna
he's-
feel so bad when it's aliens or something.
we're gonna. That's
Right.
right.
There's like
You
a
know
live
what? If he
bear
comes
and
back
Are you
here,
kidding me? Yeah, I
Yeah.
will. Yeah, if they choose Venalis instead of me, I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna say I don't care what kind of aliens you are. Fucking go back.
Yeah, right?
So rude.
Redesign your strategy here and come back when the answer is me.
Exactly right. Yeah, I don't care what kind of aliens you are. You should have picked me. So fuck
Me.
off. I don't want
That's
you
right.
here.
Damn right.
What the fuck did I just miss? I'm
Oh,
sorry.
hey,
Wait,
were there-
what?
Oh, look at
Did
that,
you get
How
abducted?
you doing, buddy?
Mister. 3 minutes late.
Uh-oh.
3 minutes. Do you even
Listen,
care
I
about
have a
this
good-
campaign?
I have a good excuse. Can I explain?
Is it aliens?
Can I explain?
If it's not aliens, it's gonna be you're gonna have a hard time coming up with a good excuse.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
All right. Okay. So it has nothing to do with the food that's in my mouth. That's for sure.
Okay.
Number 2, go fuck yourself.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
wow.
That's fair enough.
That's what I said. That's why I'm going. I lock it in. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta
lock it
commit.
in.
You gotta
I have
commit.
to go
You
get
gotta
my
commit.
wife
You gotta
food.
commit.
It's a good reason.
All right. That's a good reason.
I got my wife food, and I'm sorry. And she's like, "You've been neglecting me." And I was like, "Babe, I gotta go play D&D." And she's like, "But you've been neglecting me." And I said, "Babe, you know what I told her? Listen to this, ready? You can
Yeah,
listen
yeah,
to
yeah. I'm ready, man. What'd you tell her?
She said, "Go fuck yourself."
Whoa! I feel like you use that a little bit too often because now
Yeah.
That
you've
was a
told,
miscalculation.
you've told your wife to go fuck yourself and you've told your DM to go fuck
just
yourself.
fucking-
And I gotta tell you, on the list of people to not
I got very
tell to
quiet
go
because
fuck
this Discord
themselves.
Wait, did you, Venalis? Oh my God.
What'd he do?
Uh-oh.
Wait.
Oh, that was for real.
Oh.
Hello?
Oh, hello?
I think
Hello?
it's dying. There you go.
I told her to go fuck herself, and then my head.
And then you got smote by God.
Right? It's like karma happened.
Oh
almost
my
instantly.
god. I could just see Flynn out there just like unplugging things at the computer.
Right.
I'm sorry, what did you
And
tell
she
me?
would be exactly
Yank.
right to do so.
And she
No,
would,
it's like
absolutely.
the moment you talked about you told Techsmith to fuck himself. She's like, I know where this is going. She just walks upstairs.
She's listening and she's like, oh yeah, now he's gonna say that about me next. Oh man. I am very, very, very excited / scared about tonight's episode, guys.
Anything can happen.
That's a spicy preamble. Maybe could you expand on this a little bit? Could you describe sort of, well, I mean, I guess this is what the recap is going to do, but yeah, so what is getting your energy particularly stoked?
Yeah, so for me, it is the fear and excitement of the unknown because you guys the ball is kind of in your court so much. My notes for this session are basically all of the lore for the entire campaign, and I'm just kind of like ready. I'm just kind of like ready and terrified because the ball is in your court, and I have an idea what you guys are gonna do because we talked last time, but like, what if we do that really quickly, and then there's still then I don't know what you're gonna do after that. So
Yep.
I'm very excited, and I guess the other thing that I could say is that last time there was kind of like a reveal and then another reveal and then another reveal and then another reveal, kind of like over like as soon as you guys were kind of like reeling from the first reveal, there was another one on top of that and then another one on top of that. There's more
Oh boy.
to be
Oh,
uncovered.
dear.
And
What?
so I am very excited for the potential of more big reveals, depending on what you do and where you go.
Spill it.
It's gonna be crazy. I'm very excited.
I would like to use my planar key to access the truth of the universe.
Oh, okay. All right. But yeah, so anyways, I'm really excited. And so basically, I don't know, I kind of feel like we're ready to just kind of dive in,
let's do
guys.
it. Let's get in.
Okay, so I will start by welcoming folks to our tabletop RPG stream called Monsters Ain't Real, where we use the Dungeon World rule set to enjoy some good old-fashioned RPG fun set in a pirates and swashbucklers universe. To anyone new, all the old episodes are up on YouTube, and the podcast is getting populated when and as we are able. But if this is your first episode, it doesn't mean that you can't just hang out and enjoy the Keck W's. The first thing we can start with is a recap. Last
Look,
time,
I kind of hope like 10 years from now,
Yeah.
somebody's like, this becomes like a cult classic,
yeah,
and somebody says like, what the fuck is a Keck W?
Keck
Yeah,
W.
right.
yeah,
Makes no
wow.
sense. It's just it's thriving on Spotify. No one has any idea what that word means.
I know. I can only imagine like the passive kind of like osmosis of Twitch language that's kind of invaded my normal language that has no place
Yep.
in regular English that I say, like pog. Like pog is
Mine.
nothing.
Mine is easy clap. What the
Yeah.
fuck
Oh,
does
yeah,
that mean?
yeah.
Right?
Doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything. But
So yeah,
I always say it.
10, 20 years from now, people are going to go back to this and be like, what is this?
Gotta dig deep on Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, right?
Seriously, fuck.
I mean, hell, even urban, they might be like, urban what? They had an urban dictionary?
Yeah, wow. How does that even work?
Right?
That's a website. I'm sure Google will be around by
Yeah.
still then. So
Wow.
look
what if-
it up.
What if something replaces Google by then, and all these years of us were talking about Google 20 years from now, they're like, oh yeah, that was that weird monopoly
Yes,
search
starter
engine they
company.
had kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be great if the verb stayed, but the company just kind of dissipated.
It totally will.
Oh, like Kleenex or
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that's
Yeah.
exactly what's gonna happen, man.
Band-Aid.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Can
gonna
you
be
Google that for me? And you're like, yeah, let me boot up my internet Bing.
Ooh.
2050.
let me
I don't know.
let me boot up my Amazon Finder on my
Oh dear.
on my
Oh, gosh.
Amazon
Oh,
top.
boy.
Just a sec. I gotta whip out my Amazon phone and order some
mean-
Amazon the dishes.
Oh, this is real depressing.
It's all gonna be like AI assistants. You're just gonna be like, computer, what is a Google?
Yeah, fair enough.
That's
That's
it.
good.
Yeah, you just speak it out loud, and the AI just recognizes the voice anywhere in your house. Your lamp starts answering you, kind of thing.
Okay, I'm moist, so hit me with this recap. Where
Yeah,
are we?
okay, all right.
Let's go.
Recap time. Last time, you guys sailed back to the Wavebreaker after getting Big Boss Louisiana, and you were going to make some plans for a likely assault from the Yoho boys, who you had started to assume would be led by Sen. You had unfortunately killed Monsieur Justin, and you learned very unfortunately that Mr. Pax would literally never get on a boat and would kill himself and everyone around him if anyone tried to make him go on a boat. And so things were not looking awesome at that time. But you started to have bigger questions about the bigger arc, the planar key, the nature of the Kraken, history, all that stuff. And so Locke went to meet with the Lord Captain General to prep some sort of a resonance strategy to shatter the crystals on the incoming Yoho Boy fleet. Meanwhile, Galdric, Lou, Slump, and Lady Naki Daha started questioning, those big questions. Galdric took a trip down to Joan Divinia, where he learned that the Kraken must have received its instructions from another source. Its actions weren't due to its own prerogative. They were instructions. And this ended up leading to a massive series of revelations. Galdric was the blue planar key, and he was slain thousands and thousands of years ago, and the key passed to his ship, the Bishop's Bane, and you guys had been sailing around on the blue planar key, leading to why you could always feel the presence of the planar key whenever you were near or on the ship. Upon realizing this, the key passed back from the ship into Galdric himself, who was then also flooded with the returning of all his memories prior to his first death as the planar key. He remembered defeating Joan Divinia eons ago, and he remembered being inducted into the celestial organization known simply as the Collection. But as if that weren't enough revelations, he also had the shocking memory that the leader and founder of the Collection many, many years ago was none other than Volos himself. As the Collection had been set up initially as a planar key seeking tool that, after failing to find any, was abandoned by Volos and left to its own devices. And that's where we left off basically. Locke returned to the ship, Galdric is now a planar key, and you guys can kind of choose what you'd like to do next. But before we do that, it's time for the narrative camera. Narrative camera time. I didn't move my music. There it is. All right.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm very excited for this.
We open on the same narrative camera that we saw once before. But where it was abstraction before, we see the actuality of the events now. We see Volos's council. Mitra on the left, smaller and more severely hunched over. Volos, less hunched over with a hungry, evil grin of teeth showing from beneath his hood. And Vetha on the right, standing more straight up, oozing an aura of oppression. They are looking at a small object on the table in front of them. Something that should not have been touched.
Galdric Stout. You sneaky, clever, brilliant man, you. An eternity of waiting. And look what you have brought me now. Real, valuable information.
We see Volos pull open a portal to an inky blackness and step through, followed by Mitra and Vetha. They step into a massive room filled with books on shelves, and there's a large hardwood desk with fine silver-shaded desk lamp that sits in the center of the room, with a handful of telephones on either side of the desk. Volos waves his hand, and a piece of parchment appears on the table, and a pen appears in his hand. It is the documentation listing all active agents and departments of the collection.
Oh, you have all been so very busy in my absence. Busy, busy little bees, but we don't need all of you anymore. In fact, we only need one. Here he is.
He circles the name Galdric Stout and his butler in the list, and all of the other names vanish from active duty. Immediately, all of the phones begin ringing. Mitra and Vetha begin answering the phones with 1,000 different voices, assuring the people on the other end that everything is all right, and they begin assigning them new missions. All of them far away from the blue ink. All of them far away from Galdric Stout. When the phones stop ringing, all 3 members of the council pick up a phone and begin listening. 3 ears, listening to one mouth, that of the butler, Galdric's butler, now separated from all of the other butlers and members of the collection. And that butler speaks of that which its hand touches, the hand of Galdric, the hand of the collection. 3 ears, listening to one chattering mouth separated from the others, chattering of what its hand touches. And we're back.
We heard that exact fucking one before, didn't we?
Yep.
Oh my God, what the fuck? What the fuck? How long have you had that set up for?
A long time.
Oh my God.
Yep. You guys, Galdric was like, something went weird with his butler. And then later after that, I believe, is when I gave the abstract version of the ears listening to the mouth,
right.
Talking about what its hand was touching, and that its hand touched something that it shouldn't have. And now I just told you exactly what that was. What that abstraction was exactly this.
What the
Yep.
fuck? Oh, wow. Oh, boy. Slump knocks fucking Galdric unconscious before Galdric can use the power at all.
But yeah, so
Fuck.
yeah, that's the current. I mean, you guys had basically gathered the fact with Galdric's revelation that the organization was under the control of Volos originally, and that Volos likely had to do with how everything got weird, right? How his butler said there's no one and there's nothing kind of thing. And now, metagame wise, you kind of know why. And I think honestly, in-game wise, you can probably have put that together pretty easily.
I'm so worried about all the other angels and the butlers.
Well, I'm also thinking now, if Galdric touches the planar key, wouldn't that just be like a direct connection to Volos?
Now, that's something I'm curious about. Is like, how? It's my fucking planar key. That's like, if he touches his planar key, do I know where he is? Are we connected in some way, Tech?
These are all excellent questions.
Yeah. If you are in possession of a planar key, does that mean that you now will have some sort of sensation if someone else uses their planar key nearby?
Mm-hmm.
Well, remember how he was talking is like, in a way you work for me?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that agreement to work for the collective kind of does things to one. Like, you have to, like, oh, you found a thing the collective could use, give it to me. And he'll be like compelled to give it to him.
Yeah. Good.
Did you sign
point.
anything, Galdric?
Did I sign anything, Tech?
Never signed anything.
There were all kinds of documents you signed when you first signed up.
Would he remember the contents of that?
Is there any legal loophole that essentially is like, he's I'm a warlock and he's my deity or whatever? Like, I have to do what he says?
No, not really. Not really.
Oh, wow.
not necessarily in the documentation you signed. You can recall it now. You're a planar key, so you have immense powers, and you can recall all the documentation. Nothing in there would force you to do what he says.
Okay.
Yep.
That's awesome. That's very good news.
Yeah. Okay. You guys are.
Oh.
Yep.
Can I? Do you mind? I'm just gonna say one thing because I'm scared I'm gonna forget later on. I was thinking we go to the Inks to get the planar key, right? So we don't really need to go to Red. We can just call him, and he'll come to us. So if that affects our like long-term planning at all, we probably won't need to go all the way into the Red Ink. Pretty much once we have the gold key, we can probably just start right up with calling him.
With calling
Volos,
because
yeah.
we're assuming that he's the red planar key, or he has the red planar key.
He is the red planar key.
Yeah, I think we
do
know.
we know that?
Yeah, we know that.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, then I think you're probably right. I think Volos probably be pretty well informed before we got that key.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Good point.
I'm
He
hoping.
might, yeah.
I'm hoping tonight we can break that curse.
Ooh, the doomed one?
Yep.
That's awesome. Do you have ideas on how?
Yeah, you just use luck at a very pivotal moment.
Okay, so where are we right now, and what was sort of our momentum when we left off?
Yeah, so basically you guys are now all aboard the Bishop's Bane. You're on the actual boat. You are docked within the wave breaker itself. So you're kind of inside the giant mountain enclosure that is the wave breaker, docked at their interior docks where, you know, they have a number of ships in for repairs or for shore leave, stuff like that. The Screamer is in here too. The giant behemoth boat with 100 cannons kind of thing is also docked in here. And basically what just happened was like Galdric said, I don't know, maybe I was the planar key. And then you all saw him kind of levitate and his hair started to kind of fly up in the wind around him, and the whole boat came to life and then kind of rested as he kind of came back down onto the ground. And just at a glance, you can tell that he's the planar key and that the boat is just a boat now.
Interesting. And okay,
oh my God, Brant's useful now.
I think he's pulling on a rope that's like, you know, it's just attached to nothing. And then he goes to grab onto another one. Now that the ship is like lifeless, it's way too heavy for him.
Oh no.
Never mind.
I like to think that as Galdric is like Goku post Super Saiyan transformation, lowering back onto the ground with one knee slightly bent and toes pointed downward, Slump would walk up and start smushing his face like Play-Doh, and then pull his face like apart, like squish his face on the sides, and say, "There you are, there you are, Galdric. It's teeny talk. There you are." It's like,
I am not Mrs. Doubtfire. What are you doing?
It's Peter Pan. It's the other Robin Williams role.
The other Robin Williams one. I knew it was Robin Williams that was getting his head pulled.
Yeah, exactly.
I was picturing the daughter when he's like, "It's okay, dear," and he's like pulling. And she's like, "Is that really you?" The like cute little girl. That's what I was thinking.
So I think Slump would do that and then would gather his bearings, and he would snap back and, trying to now cover for his blunder in insubordination, would grab Locke, pick him up straight off the ground, place him back down and straighten out his jacket, and then stand there and say, "Awaiting orders, Captain Teeny Tot."
Locke walks away and continues working on the resonance pulse.
I kind of grin. I don't say anything, but I grin. I'm like, I don't think we'll need that. So now from from our conversation last week on the offline little tiki talk session.
Yeah.
You essentially said that like I do have free will to use my powers as I see fit over here.
Yep. Yes. So basically, yeah, when you are the blue key in the blue universe, largely your will is manifest into reality. In the other inks, you'll have to weave and you'll have to, use the inks that are there. You can't just manifest things into existence, but you're still as powerful. It's just here, like it is literally God. Literally,
I am God, and this is my universe.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes. Yep.
Do we think that using that power will draw eyes onto you, Volos?
Especially after that. Whoops. Especially after that narrative intro, I would say, yep.
Is that something that I should be afraid of? Question mark? Or is that something for us to discover?
I think you figure Volos probably knows a lot of stuff by now, and you basically your butler isn't necessarily reporting everything that happens to you. It's when you check into your butler, and you haven't checked in a while. So honestly, the butler doesn't really know what's going on with you all that much because you haven't been checking in. So if you use planar key powers, the butler doesn't just know about that. You would have to tell your butler about that.
So it's more that Volos knows about what the butler knows.
So
yes,
yeah,
exactly.
So he's not
yeah.
omniscient. He just is.
Yes.
He just has an inside man.
Exactly. And if you'd been doing your due diligence and reporting in every day, updating everything, then he would know everything. But you haven't been doing that. So the information for the blue ink, kind of shitty for what Volos is reading.
Okay. My next question, and this is just, I'm so sorry. This is how I play video games.
Yeah.
When I recall all of my paperwork.
Yeah.
Did it say how to exit this place?
So the exiting was always automatic. Basically, when you finished your mission, you would just be automatically ported out. Now, in terms of leaving, you've been a planar key a couple times, and you've been able to open portals. Like when you were in the green, you opened a portal back to white. So you can just open a portal and go wherever you want.
Gotcha. Oh, sorry. When I meant leaving the organization.
Oh, like how to quit the organization?
Yeah. If I were to, I would want my butler. So if I could be like, hey, butler, boy, sign here. And I make him my organization. How can I save the people of my organization?
Do you ever watch the series The Good Place?
Yes.
So you remember what retirement was?
Oh no. Oh
no. So that's basically retirement.
What is that?
Your soul gets blasted into a billion pieces and scattered onto the surfaces of a billion suns for all of eternity. So basically, you're just kind of dissolved if ever you leave, kind of thing. You are made immaterial at that point. There is no leaving the collection. It is an eternity of life and an eternity of purpose, but there's kind of no leaving it.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yet. So I have to get the keys to the kingdom from Volo somehow. Okay. Well, it sucks I have to leave my butler out to dry. Fuck.
That number is gonna go up.
The numbers just keep on counting higher and higher.
Oh no.
So what do we do before we exit the blue ink, if anything? Is there anything else that we should get from here? Should we hustle along to the next ink? Should we? Yeah. What do you think?
So
Galdric, as the kind of caretaker of the blue, did you want to do anything to leave it? You left the crack in the last time. Is there anything like that you needed to do?
So yeah, I want to leave the blue ink in a better state than when we got here. Because clearly shit just ain't really working super well. So I would like to do some crossing some T's and stabbing out some I's.
yeah. As you're thinking about this, you do hear the war horns blast.
Ah, geez.
And you hear the call for black sails on the horizon.
Oh boy. Ooh. Yep, we're gonna have to make. Do we just leave this ink to its fate? Do we use the power and risk drawing attention? What do we do?
Oh, I'm gonna reuse the power. Are you fucking kidding me? Of course.
Oh boy!
Of course I'm gonna use the
Oh boy!
Makes
Uh-oh.
sense.
So Tech, you said I want to make sure I'm on the clear before I make a mistake, and you're like, no, you misinterpreted, and I'm an idiot.
Yep.
So I am God.
Yep.
This place is my domain.
Yep.
Can I use my power without drawing attention?
You can use your power without necessarily drawing the attention of Volos. He does not have any sort of omniscient ability to tell that you've used it. You can use it without drawing the attention of the Oberith. They're not drawn to the use of planar key powers necessarily. If you were to do massive amounts of creating, you would, but just using it and modifying is not really going to draw an Oberith. Prime Ink is really what draws the Oberith. You will, if you were to suddenly raise up an island right beside the Wavebreaker, you would probably draw the attention of the people here.
That's fair.
But yeah, in terms of, like Volos and the Oberith, not necessarily do you run the risk of drawing their attention.
Gotcha. Because I recall the conversation last week was Kerr was doing like crazy massive primal ink things on entire planets and wasn't drawing any attention.
Exactly. She was using white ink to literally suck entire planets dry of life.
Oh.
Planetary annihilation. Never drew the attention of Volos or the Oberith.
Because it was white ink.
Exactly. She was just using white ink to do white ink things, and it was largely manipulation of the ink, right? She wasn't creating anything, and she wasn't destroying anything. She was moving it all around, which nobody cares about.
Interesting.
Yep.
Gotcha. Well, in that case, yeah, we can set this world straight pretty quickly, and then we can hustle on our way.
Yep.
Fuck. Hey guys, you want to look really badass with me?
Always.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
hold on. What's your idea? Because Slump has one that might be fun too.
Oh boy. Okay, you go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. You're
Slump was
foaming at the
thinking-
mouth. Just spit it out. Come on.
Slump has like the giant tippy taps.
Yeah.
And he's pointing out towards the black flags and says,
There could be a way to take care of that, and no one might know the better, and you know what way that is?
Release the Kraken?
Why doesn't it replace the Kraken, huh? Maybe kills the Kraken because that was his entire mission, remember? You could do that. You could grant the ability to complete his mission. It'd be the most feared. Well, kind of fuck him.
Kind of weird. Fuck that guy. He was kind of
Kind
a
of
dick.
fuck him a bit.
He was kind of a dick. I kind of have a better idea. It's using your idea, but it's a
What?
cooler idea.
What is it?
Yeah. You guys, who likes statues?
Oh, they're pretty okay.
Not too bad.
Hey, who's the leader of like this Navy place?
The Lord Captain General Jack.
Bob?
No, he was named after Jack Cobb. So his first name is Jack. No, it's something else. Like it's Jack. He's got like 23 names. He's Lord Captain General Jack.
Lord Captain General Jack. Okay.
Yep.
Is he around, or is he like inside the fort?
He's
Whatever?
inside. He's like in the upper levels kind of thing.
Hemingsworth.
Handling the response to the very large number of black flags.
Remingtonsworth. That's what he's called.
Remingtonsworth. Thank
Remingtonsworth.
you. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna test the use of my power
Yeah.
right out the bat. Right here we go. Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna snap my fingers and I want him right in front of me.
The Lord Captain General.
Yeah.
Oh no, what was he doing? Oh no.
Okay,
What?
you snap your fingers, and the Lord Captain General just kind of like teleports, down 10 stories directly in front of you, and he's got like 3 pieces of paper in one hand, and as soon as he teleports, he's like, and then we'll need a second better.
Hi.
Hello? Yes?
Hi.
Yes?
How are you?
I'm honestly really quite busy.
Don't worry, I'll take care of that. Listen, I want a statue of my whole crew.
That's we have a war to fight right now.
I'll take care of that. But in return, I want a statue of me and my whole crew.
What have you done to earn this?
You'll see.
I kind of grin. You'll see.
Slump is just shaking his head slowly.
Well, I mean, if you do something noteworthy before our crystals absolutely melt them into the sea, then sure. If you can do something more impressive than the Screamer with its 100 cannons, or if you can do something more impressive than the Wavebreaker melting a fleet as you're about to witness, sure, we'll build this couple statues of you.
As this fucking guy's going through this list of increasingly violent things that Galdric is now completely capable of doing, Slump's eyes are kind of going like wider and wider, and he's staring more and more at the floor, like, no, please don't give him ideas, please, no.
He knows about the shield, right?
If you can do something more impressive, then yes, we know about the shields.
We talked about this.
Yes, I'm not really too concerned about that, to be honest. The crystals, small in size, our mages are significantly more talented. The tower only lost its lessers, and if they dare try to fire back at us with their crystals, we will shatter them. There's not a worry about that. The resonance is ready to go.
Why do you sound so nervous?
Why do I sound so nervous?
Is it because your crystals aren't working?
The crystals are working fine. I'm nervous, partly because we'll be sinking a large number of our own ships that have been captured. Also, I'm not thrilled on the wanton loss of thousands of lives.
Oh.
And also, I happen to have been teleported out of my chambers by some way that I'm not really sure how.
I'm pretty
Don't worry
calm
about
under
it.
pressure.
It's not important. It's not important. You were here. We were talking for hours. Anyway, so listen. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of your little problem over here, but in return, I want a statue and also some other stuff that you probably won't like.
I don't think that we really need your help, to be totally honest. I think we have this covered.
I want your pants.
I'm not going to give you my pants, and you're not going to get a statue either.
I need your pants.
I'm not going to give you my pants. I'm actually a very busy man. And he just starts walking away.
I want to get like a finger gun.
Yeah.
Okay. And I want to aim it at one of the crystals.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
He kind of turns around. He's like, "That's cute."
And then I do like a finger, I do the little wrist, and I want it to explode.
The crystal just detonates. It sounds like 1,000 glass chandeliers, crystal chandeliers kind of falling all at once as the crystal just explodes all over the place. You hear kind of shouts of danger and of warning of all the mages who are up there, kind of thing. Yeah, being like this is a huge deal. Like for them, this is a gap in the defense network. And the largest fleet they've ever seen is bearing down on them. And he kind of looks up at it as the crystals are kind of raining down out of the sky, cascading into the water and kind of exploding and shattering all over the side of the Wavebreaker. And he looks at you with like anger and horror. Like he kind of now sees you as an enemy, and also an enemy that is overwhelmingly powerful. He says, how did you do that?
Give me your pants, and no one will die over here. Probably some people will die over there. I'm going to be changing the rules of literally everything. So as long as you are good, and I don't mean like, oh, good little boy. I mean like good. And I like touch like my heart. Like, I mean like you're good here.
Yeah.
As long as you're good, you'll be fine.
I want to have Slump roll to do something.
Yeah.
I want to roll to see how well Slump can try to rip one of his pockets off to give to Galdric.
All right. Roll
Like
plus,
Ricky to Trevor.
roll plus dexterity to see if you can avoid ripping your entire pant leg off.
No, not Slumps. Slumps ripping off the other guy.
Okay, I thought you were so shocked that you were trying to do it for yourself. Okay, so well, I mean it's dexterity either way. So roll plus dexterity.
Oh boy, it's gonna be bad. This is a bad one. He's gonna seriously injure this guy.
Please don't seriously injure this guy. Oh, thank God.
Oh, I'm actually whoa, where are we? There we go. Oh wow, 10?
Yep.
It's like you know when you see like the fishing birds and like and they just kind of like dip their neck into the water and they come out with like a perfectly skewered fish.
Yep.
You just see Slump's massive, chubby, roly-poly fingers just go boom, like they just go, and they just like you pull out the pocket perfectly in slow motion. We see your kind of two fingers go into the pocket and come out, and as they come out, we see each and every single stitch that kept the pocket in there just go like pop, 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 as you just pull out the pocket perfectly.
What's his response?
He's like kind of dumbfounded. He's just kind of like looking at you, holding his pocket between two fingers. And in the background, we see this smoldering, exploded ruin of a crystal. And he's just like looking at you and Galdric.
It's like, am I asleep right now?
Yeah. He's like, what is happening?
Can I please get some artwork of this? We're talking.
What is happening?
What is Do you want my pants?
Pants!
I want to say Slump would push him on one shoulder and say, bow before your God. No, okay, he wouldn't do that. That's a step too far. I think the Slump would look at him and then point at Galdric.
Yeah, I think
sorry, go ahead.
he's missing a pocket now.
Okay.
And so he kind of like stands there and he stares at you, Slump, and he stares at Galdric. And he's kind of like just really, really flustered, right? And then he just like and he kind of gathers himself and looks you directly in the eye. And you know this look, Galdric. This is a man who has been the last line of defense against the Yoho boys for years now. And he's a man who takes no shit from anyone. He's a man who knows battle. And he's a man who has been burdened with more responsibility than, you know, any mortal man should be burdened with. And he's dealt it. He's dealt with it, man. And so he looks at you with that look of determination. He says, "Men, about face." And everyone turns away from him.
Oh.
And then he kind of like, without breaking eye contact with you, Galdric, he kind of unbuckles his belt and pushes his pants down and kind of kicks them over to you.
As I take them, I kind of I fold them very nice, like I'm folding a pair of dress slacks after coming home from prom, you know, just like, oh, don't want to crease these. I have them and I'll just look at them and say, "Thank you very much. My name is Galdric Stout. I'll take care of your little problem now."
He says nothing. He just kind of stands there looking at you.
Captain,
Yeah.
could we restore that thing? I mean, it was pretty.
Fine. And I like do a finger grip motion, but then I like do it like in reverse, and I want to put it back together.
Like the thumbs down kind of comes back up and kind of reverse, you know, wrist shoots kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the whole crystal goes like in Superman kind of thing, when time was kind of getting rewound. It just kind of all comes together again. And Lord Captain General like doesn't break eye contact with you. And then as this kind of cacophony of crystal reassembling is going on behind him, you do see his eyes ever so slightly start to wander to the side, and he starts sweating as the whole crystal reassembles itself.
Lou's gonna run to some nearby bunk and try and grab another pair of trousers for this guy. Back before he leaves. Maybe one of Brent's or whoever.
Yeah, you go to Brant's dresser, and his dirty clothes are all full kind of thing,
Oh, jeez.
So he has no clean ones left, and he just has the only ones that he has are the ones that he's wearing, and all his dirty ones in his hamper.
No, isn't that just the way?
Slump just rips the clothes off of him,
Off
just
of
wraps him in a
Bronze?
blanket and throws. Yeah, just rips the clothes he's wearing off of him while like wrapping him in a blanket, like someone you're getting changed at a beach. And then wraps him up.
So
and
I
then
think
wraps him. Go ahead.
Bronze is like pulling on a rope really hard right now,
my
and it's a
God.
rope that's like it's not supposed to be pulled. Like this rope is actually set. It's like connected just straight from sail to the railing on the side of the ship, and he's just like pulling on this thing at like a perpendicular angle kind of thing, and you kind of go up and you kind of grab him by the waist. And he's like, "Oh yeah, Slump, yeah, help me! I need to help." And you just kind of pull on his waist, and his pants just come right off. And it's like, "Oh man, thanks for trying, though, man. We almost got it."
When the fucking Trailer Park Boys go to that like that what do you call it, storage thing where they all roll up the drive, the fucking thing.
Yeah, Rick, use your words, Ricky.
Listen, take your fucking self-help book learning college words and shove them up your ass, all right? I have thoughts of my own, and they have their own feelings too sometimes. It's when they're going to those storage units, and they set off the alarm, and they're running away from the dog, and Ricky shoots himself with a foot.
Yeah.
And then they get into the van, and Ricky's like, "Come here, Trevor, give me your fucking shirt." And Trevor's like, "What?" And he just rips his shirt off.
Yeah.
And as Bron's like, yeah, give me a hand. Slump like pulls his pants off, and he's like, "Oh, that's okay, man. Thanks for helping."
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
Slump is like climbing up the ropes behind him and pulling off his shirt too, and like just not breaking stride. And then he's like, "Oh, okay. Oh, what the fuck?" And then Slump just takes the clothes and leaves.
Yeah. Perfect.
What are all these clothes for? What is the plan for these
I don't
clothes?
remember what we were doing with the clothes, but Slump has them now.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and here's my general plan, team. All right, I want to set this world right, and I want to put some things in place so this place will be all right in my absence, because obviously we have other fish to fry. But now that I have this power again, it's weird. I can do that with a thought.
What will you
So
do?
what are your plans then?
Oh, first things first. Remember, you said you wanted Tickles to take care of that?
It's an option.
I kind of want Tickles and the Kraken to take care of that.
Friends.
That's not a bad idea. Friends.
Very much so, friends. So first I'm going to have to test this, and we'll see how this works, because I can do a lot of stuff, but I don't know how much stuff I can do. So Tickles is either going to work, or Tickles is, we'll figure it out. I'll go over to the edge of, actually, first what I'll do is I guess I'll say, Lord Captain, yeah,
General Jack.
General, get off my boat.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Everyone else off the boat. What we're going to be doing is going to be very dangerous. Well, it'll be dangerous to mortals.
Captain?
Yeah.
And he points to the Lord Captain General. Could you, and Locke puts his thumb up and kind of signaling, could you teleport him back up?
Oh, fine. Okay. You ready? This can be pretty nauseating sometimes. Are you ready?
Yes.
And I do it before he finishes saying
So he's like, yep.
Off in the distance, you sure?
Yeah, I think you did.
I'm almost imagining his voice raising pitch suddenly as he disappears and does that.
In the office, he just shows up.
Okay, so yeah, so what are your intentions here?
Did you
Okay.
want us to get off the boat, Galdric?
No. You guys stay on the boat.
But like all the mages and all them kind of thing.
Yeah, I was just gonna have them all get off the boat. So pretty much just get everybody else off the boat, and then from there either take the boat out or teleport the boat back out, whichever one's cooler or better for narrative. Doesn't really matter. But essentially, I just wanted to get in front of the Navy, not necessarily away from it, just kind of outside of it, so I can talk to
Like
Tickles face to face, essentially.
Like taking point?
Kind of, yeah. I'll take point. I'll take lead.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, sure. The fleet is starting to assemble in front of the wave breaker. Oopsie. I'll move you there. And I'll move the fleet all kind of over here. And the fleet kind of looks, they're a fair number and they're well armed, but it does look like in raw ship to ship, they would be kind of screwed in this upcoming kind of conflict. But you kind of sail out ahead a good distance as if you're kind of taking point, as if you're going to be the first to meet the oncoming fleet. And you do see 75 galleons sailing black flags.
That's fine.
That had more impact when you weren't a planer. That was going to have more impact if you weren't a planer key.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is so cool. Okay. So all right. So okay. First things first, I guess. We'll be at the point. We'll get to the point, and whatever like ship is there, whatever captain is there, I'll kind of like turn around and I'll look at them, and I'll say, "Hey, we'll be right back. You hold down the fort."
Are you sure you don't want support?
No. I mean, like, watch my ship. We'll be right back.
What?
Bye. And I want to teleport us all right next to Jack Cobb.
Ooh, oh.
To Jack Cobb in the tolls?
Twist.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay. You guys are immediately back at the tolls where you saw Jack Cobb last. And this time, it looks a little bit different.
Go on.
The ground is not stone, it is soft and wet. The walls are not stone, they are a deep shade of purple. And where Jack Cobb stood, holding the harpoon into the Kraken, there is now a large extension of flesh coming down from the Kraken's body that has engulfed Jack. And you can make out
what the fuck?
half of his face, one arm, part of his chest, and the lower half of his leg sticking out of the flesh.
He's still holding it, even though he's being enveloped.
He is part of the Kraken now, and his eye kind of rolls over to you, and his mouth kind of moves, and it's kind of hard to understand him. I'm not going to make the voice all muddled up and hard to understand, but basically it is hard to understand him as he's talking. And he's like, took you long enough?
Sorry about that.
How did you get back here?
Long story short, it doesn't matter, but we're here to fix things.
I think it's beyond fixing now.
No, I can still fix it.
And as you look around, you realize this chamber is flesh, and the Kraken is the chamber now. It's not containing the Kraken. Its tentacles that were going into the earth and through cracks in the wall and stuff like that have now fused with the wall, and you are now kind of in more of like a heart chamber.
Interesting.
In the center of what is a larger Kraken now.
I wanna put my, you mentioned before, like when there's glass thing that was right here or whatever, that we could see the Kraken's eye.
Yeah.
Can we still see it?
Yeah, so the glass is kind of more just part of the Kraken now. It's suspended from the ceiling by more flesh, and it also extends down to the floor. And in the middle, what was the body of the Kraken now kind of looks a little bit more like a heart with an eye on it.
What?
A heart with an eye on it. Interesting.
Yep.
What happened here? What is this?
I don't know.
And
Do I
Jack-
know what this is?
Jack kind of says, I am part of the Kraken now, and
Why don't you stop it?
we are the island now.
The whole island?
Yes.
Well, that won't do.
What happened to Squidface? Or whoever. You remember?
Probably dead.
Oh dear.
Can I search, as in like planar key wise,
Yeah.
if Squidface is dead?
So yeah, the pirates, Slim and Jim,
Thank you.
are they are at the north and southeast stations. They are technically alive, but they are part of the Kraken as well. And you can tell that the whole island has become a massive Kraken now.
Weird.
Excellent.
Galdric,
So
how did this... Does this make sense to you?
I don't know. This is weird, even for me.
Jack, what happened? Why? What did you think this was gonna happen? Why did this happen? You must have connected the mind to that thing? What the fuck happened?
I don't really. I think this was its plan. I guess when we stalemated it, it just worked on a long, slow plan of breaking out and becoming its prison.
Interesting.
It adapted.
Boy, that's a
Yep.
bummer. That's a real bummer.
Yep.
Well,
Well-
they've got a secret weapon though.
Yeah, I can fix this.
That seems unlikely.
I'll fix that. So I'll snap my fingers and fix Jack Cobb and have him just be standing right next to us.
You snap your fingers and he just kind of like falls out of the Kraken, completely all a normal dude, all completely disconnected. His clothes are all there. He's kind of got the Gaston shirt, that's kind of unbuttoned at the top kind of thing, and the black pants, or I think they were brown pants, and he just kind of like falls out. And the Kraken just kind of seals up completely, like nothing ever happened. He's like, how
Sorry
did...
about that. Yeah,
How about
it's
that?
a long story. Galdric Stout. I wasn't kidding originally.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Why didn't you do that the first time?
I didn't have it. I lost the keys.
Wow. I'm glad you found them.
I did. They were under the couch.
What's a couch?
It's a thing you sit on.
Oh yeah. I've been here for 100 years holding this harpoon. I forget some things.
Oh, I appreciate that. And thank you. I have a question, if I may ask. Why did you stay?
I knew that some people had left. I knew Big Boss Louisiana had left. I knew Day Hammond had left. I knew some people were holding on for a while, but I knew eventually they would all leave. But not all of them were bad people. I had faith, especially that Naki Daha would come up with another plan, hopefully. And so I was just trying to buy time.
Yeah, not like that mysterious Gaston guy. What a dick, huh?
Yeah.
Just on? Oh, he's the whole reason we were able to survive in the first place.
Ooh.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, he's in a better.
He wanted to say he just
Did he have a
wanted
message for me?
Yeah, he just gave you a wink. Yeah, he gave.
Oh, I know. No, I know what that means. That's great. Oh
Yeah.
man, I love
Yeah.
that guy.
Slump will never forget the last thing Monsieur Gaston said before Slump left.
What was it? That's so weird. That's such a weird thing for him to say.
Just
Yeah, it was-
joking with you, anyways.
Yeah. Anyways, that was strange. So okay. Do you know if the other two are alive? Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Slim and Jim?
Yeah.
As far as I could tell, they either died or became part of the Kraken.
Okay. Hold on. Snap my fingers again. I want them here too.
They just kind of show up right beside you. And Slim is just kind of like looks wild eyes all over the place kind of thing. And Jim is kind of like, he's like mid pulling a lever. And he's like, What just happened?
Hi.
I remember you. You were here a little while ago.
Yeah. We were like, we're gonna go get everyone. We're gonna fix it. We're fixing it.
Well, it looks like it's pretty unfixed right now. It looks like the situation.
It's fine. It's pretty much all better. Barely
Okay.
inconvenience.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So listen, y'all have earned quite the reward.
I don't really know what I'd want from a reward other than maybe having the Kraken gone so I could go home.
Kraken isn't gonna be gone. Kraken's gonna serve a new purpose now. Speaking of which, I kind of like want to put my hand like against the wall of flesh,
Yeah.
and I'll just say peace, and I want it to like go docile.
Yeah. The whole chamber has felt very kind of like restless. You guys literally walked into the heart chamber of the island-sized Kraken, and it remembers last time, right? When you hit it. And so it was agitated, it's upset, it's full of rage and vengeance over being captured like this. And as soon as you kind of place your hand on it and say peace, there's just kind of like the whole island just goes and just kind of settles.